It is set to be confirmed over the next couple of days, but as of right now, Lauren Shankland's future at Hearts is unknown. But one future that is not unknown is Jo Potter's, as she's confirmed that she will be leaving Rangers and joining Crystal Palace as their brand new women's manager. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Football. Some news around the world of Scottish football. We've got one guy that might be leaving Hearts, he might not be leaving Hearts, but when it comes to Rangers and it comes to the women's side of things, Jo Potter has left after a successful spell as Rangers manager. She's decided that she's going to pack things in, move down south and join Crystal Palace, despite still having 1 year left on her contract.
Well, there was no league titles in there for Jo, I'll be fair, before this video. The only Potter I knew was Harry, but now Big Joe's been brought to my attention.
Harry Potter's shite though, isn't he? I
know it is, but I mean, Harry Potter's more of a household name than Jo. Let's call a spade, and I'm a straight shooter. I don't care about the women's team. Now, would I rather the Rangers women's team win it compared to everyone else? Of course so, right? But I'm not going to sit here and grate and pretend to care about this like certain channels out there do, just for a wee bit of views.
Yeah, but we can admit that it's a very slow news day.
No, it is a very slow news day.
It's a slow news week, a slow news month.
But I feel nothing, nada, hee-haw. Like, that is it towards the Rangers women's team.
Would you rather Rangers women win the Champions League, or would you rather the real Rangers win the League Cup?
I'd rather Rangers win a game over the Rangers women win the Champions League.
Things that bad?
Things that bad?
Barry Ferguson really destroyed the club that much? Jesus Christ, to win a game?
I just don't...
Is that how bad the standards are?
I just don't care. I just don't give a fuck.
I'm tongue twisted, brother. Anyway,
no, I celebrating a Rangers...
But here, ho, some of your fellow Rangers fans are obsessed with this shit.
I don't think they're welcome to. It's my opinion. I don't control everybody, right? This is
Oh no, you don't control everybody? Who do you control then?
Myself. Only myself. That's it. I mean, this isn't a dictatorship. This is this is a democracy at the end of the day. If you want to care about the women's football, then go ahead. But I don't care for it. I never will.
Who was that woman that said that the United's women's team was just important as the men's?
Shaban or something. And Alan Brazil was like, Sir Jim Radcliffe won't care about the women's. He just wants Man United's men's to get on top. She's like, you can't say. How dare you say that? You've got a granddaughter. It's so fucking wet. And to see if the granddaughter was being honest, she'd be like, the women's team's irrelevant. It's all about Man United.
Yo,
the Busby Babes.
Listen,
the class of '93. Not the women.
Yeah, but listen, we know, everyone knows how shite United have been since the 2012-13 season.
Aye.
I couldn't tell you how United women have done. I couldn't tell you where they finished. I couldn't tell you one player they've got. I couldn't tell you how many league titles that they've won over the past... I mean, everybody knows about Man United's troubles and their struggles and the fact they've been garbage and replacing manager after manager. I couldn't tell you a single thing about Man United women, whether they're doing good or whether they're doing bad.
We ranted at the time, right, about Alan Brazil, but him having a granddaughter's fucking irrelevant. Him saying that's not disrespectful to his granddaughter. Imagine that Shaban actually questioning the guy's love for his granddaughter just due to the fact that he says that Man United's women's team's nowhere near as important as the men's team. Imagine that. Imagine being that fucking pig-headed.
Yeah, I mean, that would be like you being a League 2 player in Scotland and me trying to say, well, my brother plays in League 2, so therefore that league's just as good as the Scottish Premiership.
Aye.
I mean, it's clearly not.
No, it's not. Of course it's not. But, again, back to...
You know what I mean? That's like you having you have a brother that goes out and rides a bicycle on a Sunday and trying to claim, he can go just as fast as a Formula 1 car. I mean, he can't.
You can do the MotoGP.
Do you know what I mean? It's bullshit, but anyway.
Yeah.
What's not bullshit is Jo Potter. She has left Rangers. She's the brand new Crystal Palace women's manager after leaving Rangers women. And I almost caught myself at the start of this video, but I hate the idea that we have to refer to clubs as the men's team and the women's team. For me, it's just Rangers are Rangers, and then Rangers women are Rangers women.
Yeah,
I'll never get...
Well, I've never called Rangers men.
Well, I almost did at the beginning of this video.
Yeah, but you made a big mistake.
No, but you know, that's never going to catch on for me.
No. Yeah, I tell you
it's like nobody... You don't refer to the A-team as the A-team. The A-team's just the original team, the real team. And then the B-team's the B-team.
But the thing is, the women need to latch on to the clubs that are already existed to keep relevant. That's a fact. Yeah, like what women's teams are going to be bigger, being known as Rangers women, Celtic women, Man United women, Liverpool
Yeah,
women.
imagine if women's football never actually had
Put it this way.
no, imagine if they never actually had like the identity of pre-existing clubs.
Put it. Who supports the women's team but not the men? Exactly, no one. Apart from feminists.
Even they don't even watch fucking women's football.
I know, but they would.
They claim to, but they don't.
They're the only people that would support the women's more than the men's.
Nah,
That's my point.
you go to women's football and it's mainly men there anyway.
But you get my point. I'm trying to look at people who would not support the men's but would support the women's.
You go to a women's football match, there'll be more men there than women.
Well, there might be.
No, there will
I
be.
won't be one of them. I'll never go.
Alright, well, I mean, let's see what's happened here. So the former England international was given permission to leave the Scottish Women's Premier League side. After 2 years in charge, Rangers are due to receive compensation fee from Palace. Can that compensation fee be put into the men's team? No?
How much is it?
I don't know.
Yeah, let's say hi. Yeah, maybe this Rangers men and Rangers women can work out if we can all combine the money.
Palace were relegated from the WSL last season, so Potter is going to the second tier of women's football in England, leaving Rangers, Champions League Rangers.
No, but I read something that apparently, like, running the women's team, I can't remember the exact amount, it was something like a couple of million, like a year. I'd rather that go into the men's team and just disband the women's.
Yeah, Potter won a domestic cup double in both her seasons in Glasgow, but missed out on the SWPL league title on the final day of each campaign. The 40-year-old who retired from playing in 2021 joined Rangers in 2023 in her first head coach role, following a stint as Birmingham City assistant. Right, so a cup double in both her seasons, lost the league title on both seasons in the final day of each campaign. That is successful to me. I know people will say, oh no, it's all about the league. Listen, back-to-back cup doubles and you were 90 minutes away.
That is weird though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's basically identical seasons.
Yeah.
And I know this season they lost it to Hibs. I think the previous season, did they not lose it to Glasgow City?
Yep.
So it's not like she lost a league to Celtic. So therefore I think you can definitely spin that as a positive.
Well, you can spin it as a positive, that's very true, but fact is, folks, right, she's away to Palace, bye-bye. I'm never going to pretend that I ever care about women's football. I don't, but seeing you look at other YouTube channels, Arsenal Fan TV, holy fuck. The women won the Champions League, and Robbie and Ty and the rest of them, Champions of Europe, you'll never sing that. Fuck off, man. No. What about a couple of months ago when they got scudded by PSG? He was fucking guarding his eyes out. No, how desperate's that, though? I don't give a shit.
Robbie, man, see if he was telling the truth, he would turn around and say,
I'm doing this for the views.
He would turn, well, no, I was going to say, well, yeah, that as well, but...
It's always been like that.
The way they treated Claude still doesn't sit right with me. But I think if he was being remotely honest, he would trade that Women's Champions League for the Europa League that Spurs won. 100% he would.
Fuck aye.
You'd trade it for the Conference League that Chelsea won.
Aye.
You would?
Aye.
No, you would?
No, of course you would. You'd fucking... You'd trade it for Gunnosaurus or something. I mean, you wouldn't... Fuck it. It's pish. It's just getting rammed down our throat. Oh, it's equal. I mean, even the scores on Sky when you walk in on whatever day, it'll say, like, it won't say women's.
Aye.
And then people get confused. Well, I didn't know they were playing.
Here, does that not piss you off? Have you ever been, like, flicking through the channel, and you see, like, a big game on, and you think, oh, fuck, I'm going to check. I didn't know they were playing.
Yeah.
And then you put it on, and you realise...
Well, obviously... Scottish football doesn't catch us out because you know.
No, but
English football it does.
And like with Spain as well. Sometimes I've seen like Barcelona, Madrid,
aye.
And I'm thinking, well, I didn't know it was El Clasico.
Yeah.
You put it on and it's the women's football, and it's like,
Señorita. Anyway, let's move on. Women's football, not for me.
I mean, look at the Spain World Cup thing. Jesus Christ! If you ever needed a reason not to fucking watch it, that was it. That whole debacle over that. Jesus Christ! Can I celebrate winning the World Cup? I mean, who was it? Was it no Gary Neville came up and planted one on Paul Scholes' lips when he scored a penalty for United?
Aye.
Anyway, I think that's about it when it comes to Joe Potter. Not really got much else to say, so if you want to have the final word here...
It's not really about Joe Potter, but I will say this about the women's division and the women's game. I don't think they act like little bitches compared to the men.
That's the one thing I actually do prefer over women's football. I'm glad you mentioned that. You don't... Honestly, man,
I hate men's football for that reason.
See if you're a man and you're watching women's football, you should take note of that. The way they just don't seem to go down or pretend that they're hurt, or when they get tackled, more often than not, they just get back on their feet.
Yeah, it's like, see if you're dating a woman and you both play football and you roll about like a fanny and she gets up after getting like two-footed. What kind of man does that make you? A man that's getting paid about 20 times more. Like, I mean, apart from that, I mean, that's about it.
A shite man, a pathetic man.
A diddy man, but a guy. There's a guy out there that could be getting paid the big bucks. Derek McKenzie's. He wants them to sign on the dotted line. Mystery man, reveal yourself.
It is none other than Lawrence Shankland. Woo! So, Shankland will make a decision over the next couple of days, according to Derek McInnes, whether or not he is going to commit his future to Hearts. This is what Derek McInnes had to say. He said, quote, "Hopefully the next time we speak, there might be a wee bit more clarity on it. I expect there to be a bit more clarity in the next few days. If it was a no, he'd have told us. I don't think he sees so many positives from re-signing at Hearts. What we've all got to appreciate is when a player runs his contract down, particularly good number 9s, then sometimes there can be other things to consider. The conversation we've had with Lawrence is all about the benefits that we can give him as a club, but equally what he can give us. I'd love him to be part of that. I really would think over the next few days we'll find out if that's going to be the case." End of quote. So Derek McKinnon's saying that if it was a no, Shankland would already have told Hearts, and he's expecting a bit more clarity over the next few days. Hearts have brought in a couple of strikers, so yeah, I don't know if that's the replacement for Shankland or not, but he's an important player. He is the club captain. Do Hearts have a better chance of keeping him than if Critchley stayed? I do believe so. I think this could be considered an exciting time, as well as the £10 million investment. If I was Shankland, I think there's certainly worse choices he could make than re-signing or getting a new deal with Hearts. But at the same time, I mean, he is about to turn 40, or is he already 40? I think he's already 40, or 29 turning 40. If he wants to move and get that big money, then now's probably the time to do it. But at the same time, I think Hearts are going places. I think it's an exciting time to be a player at Hearts, especially with the new management and, of course, the investment. So, yeah, we've seen Shankland have back-to-back 20-goal seasons. Last season didn't go to plan, but, I mean, the whole team, the whole club struggled. So I wouldn't put that down to Shankland. And I think he actually did pick up form towards the end of the season. So, if I was him, maybe committing to Hearts, even just for 2 years, could be the best thing for him, because, I mean, even then, at 32, it's not like he'd be beyond another move, and I feel like if he stayed for 2 more years, he's got the potential there to raise his stocks again, because right now, they are pretty low after last year's underwhelming season.
And he's not a striker that depends on his legs. So it's not like, when he hits like 33 and his legs go, that's going to be him snookered. He's not a guy that gets in behind. He's very good at holding the ball up and, hitting shots for whatever, and the poacher, all that good stuff. I don't think age is going to affect Shankland like it would affect others, but is he going to get a better job, a better team than Hearts? Yeah, he'd probably like to think so. Would he get a team much worse than Hearts? Would he accept a team much worse than Hearts? I mean, there was rumours of him going to Hibs. I don't see that.
Hibs?
Hibs and Aberdeen apparently sniffing around. Apparently Hearts want it Nisbet. That's
wait, hold on. Why would he, if he's going to leave Hearts, he ain't going to Hibs or Aberdeen. If he's leaving Hearts, it's to go down south and make a bit of money.
I know it's bullshit, but that's what the rumours.
He's not going to make more money at Hibs or Aberdeen than he's getting at Hearts.
I never thought he was going. Yeah, I'm not saying he's going to Hibs or Aberdeen, but that's what the news.
Nah, that's bullshit. If he's leaving,
might have been the same people leaking the Luka Modric stuff.
I mean, if he's leaving, it's good to go to Rangers or to go to a championship club and make a bit of money in England. He's definitely not leaving to go to Hearts or Hibs or Aberdeen. 100% no.
I'd say there's more chance of him going to Aberdeen though than Hibs. Despite the history with Aberdeen fans.
He ain't going anywhere. I can tell you that right now.
Just staying at Hearts?
No, I mean he might, but he's not going across the city.
He was spotted in the West Brom training ground, was he not? Like 2 months ago? Or a month ago?
Probably just eating a pie or something, Anyway, guys, that's it.
Stopped in there.
Slow news day. I think Shankland should stay. Exciting times. I also think that a move to the Championship, I don't know if you feel the same way, but I think it would negatively affect the Scotland career.
Yes, I think, yeah, totally. I agree.
I think...
You stay at Hearts, you're guaranteed. Well, he's guaranteed to start for me. I know Hearts have signed strikers, but he is the best one. Unless Wilson and Kabungu can like massively improve. Well, Wilson will improve. That's undoubted. I mean, that will happen undoubtedly. But look at Nisbet. His career's been hampered by going to the Championship. The best spell he's had since is coming back up here. He's won a Scottish Cup. He's got back in the Scotland squad and actually playing some decent football.
I just think some players go down to England, they kind of get lost in the shuffle.
Would you take Nisbet over Shankland?
Nah, I'd prefer Shankland.
You'd prefer Shankland?
But here, if Shankland left, I'd take Nisbet.
Well, that's...
So, I mean...
I think it would be good if Nisbet came back to Scotland. I'm surprised Aberdeen, with the guaranteed European money, haven't tried to get him.
The way he spoke about it, it was kind of a financial thing. So maybe he just wants too much money, or Aberdeen can't afford to buy him. One or the other.
Yeah, but you know what, man? He's had a few seasons at Millwall. He's won a Scottish Cup. Did he not feel it like, holy fuck, that was great? I'm never going to feel that at Millwall, because let's be real, I'm not that great of a striker.
English football's shite. I mean, these people will... I don't understand why someone would rather play in like League One or the Championship. Yeah, you're making a bit of money, but the atmosphere's piss, right? You're playing for clubs that don't fucking matter. Say what you want, right? And I will openly admit, Hearts, Aberdeen, Hibs, right? Their records in winning trophies over recent years have been shite. They should be a lot better than they are. But they're clubs that can win cups, and they're clubs that can have spells in Europe. You're never getting that at Millwall.
No, it's the same way.
See what Nisbet, like you said, see what he felt and achieved, helping Aberdeen beat Celtic in that cup final at Hampden, packed out 50,000 state. You're never going to experience anything close to that down in England.
And Aberdeen have got a good chance of going far in the Conference League if they get it right. Of course they do. But it's like QPR have apparently hijacked the Poku transfer to Rangers. This is a guy whose like first competitive game would be a Champions League qualifier. Why the fuck would you go to QPR?
Yeah, that's another thing. If you play in Scotland, you're getting like a bunch of massive games every season against Celtic Rangers as well.
Aye, that as well.
Honestly, man, you make decent money. People are just greedy. I don't fucking get it.
Aye,
maybe I'm biased, but I'd play in the Scottish Premiership every day of the week. Anyway, guys, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and peace.